Hey, I made some progress with Jay today. I didn't really feel like doing anything else, so go ahead and do some of the raids, solo raids, for today's video. Now I messed around with tuning a little bit. I actually bought a loot box. I bought 2 loot boxes because I had some extra money. And the game was not nice to me. Basically, I had a +0 weapon earlier this morning, and then I bought a loot box, and it gave me one of the better crap drops you can get, which is all I really wanted it for. I was not actually expecting to get anything good from it, which I think is the way to go. You don't expect it to be nice to you, and I don't have the money to be a whale on these games at all. But it gave me a bunch of enhancement stuff. I sold all that stuff, and I pretty much made most of my money back. Yesterday, I spent about 150 million on tuning the costumes, and I got most of it done. I got his weapon done. I still need to work on his other pieces, but I got some decent stuff here. I decided to just stop here because otherwise I was just going to be broke again. They're basically doing these $20 loot boxes every weekend, and I assume people are dropping hundreds, but I only bought 2 of them because I had the money, and there's basically no other game I want to get this month. My gaming budget, I do have I have about $50. I have the $20 off Amazon from the mishap with them charging my credit card or my debit card without being able to, or not being I can't word this properly, but they weren't supposed to charge my card, and they did anyway. So I have $20 on there, and then I have like 30 in my PayPal. So I have like $50 to put towards something. I'm probably going to get Ikaruga, and I'll probably do a port review on that. But I've kind of been on the fence because I feel like A, it'll be on sale soon, and B, I'm not really going anywhere this summer at all. The next thing I'm probably doing is TwitchCon, and I have a feeling it will be on sale by then. But I might go ahead and do that, and then also Prime Day is going to be on the 16th. So I might be able to get some random game or something. Maybe a Switch game will be on sale or something. But you can see a lot of the really sought-after items have deflated like crazy because people are buying the loot boxes, buying an unhealthy amount of them, I can tell. These were like, I think about 25 to 27 million just like yesterday or 2 days ago. And now they've gone down to 17.6 million. So basically, every time you buy a loot box, you get one of these, and you get one of the enhancement fortifiers, which is one of the best ways to upgrade your gear past a certain point. Like past +11, the weapon will break if you try to upgrade it any further. Actually, any of the equipment will, the boosters or the trinkets. So you use these and use those fortifiers, and they basically make it so that it can't break, but it can go back down. So it's not like there's no risk. You can't just like spend like $600 and just use a bunch of fortifiers and get up to the max. You can't do it that way. Theoretically you could, but it would go down so many times. So I had to go down like, it must have went down on me like 10 times, and I finally got this today. So he's pretty much ready for the David raid. I'm probably not going to have a computer by the time that they take down the servers for that, unfortunately, but it's something to look forward to. I'll definitely be covering that when I get back. So let me turn the music on really quick. I didn't really feel like doing anything else today. I had a little drama with the stray cats that I feed. Basically, there was a feral cat mom who had she had a litter of 5 kittens, and 2 of them got adopted, and the other 3 had been in the other house's yard, and the woman who lives there, she took in 2 of them. But the other cat, Betty, who's been there for about a year, she's basically pissed off. She feels like she's unwanted. So I spent most of tonight hanging out with her and making sure that she feels safe. So I didn't really have time to get around to a heavy-duty video today. I think the cats and their well-being is more important than me putting up a video, especially since it's just such a dry period at the moment. I've been kind of bummed. My videos have not been doing well lately, and it's mostly my fault. I have been under a lot of stress obviously this PC repair thing is gonna, or upgrade is gonna really set me back financially for a long time. So it's been kind of stressful not knowing what's gonna happen, how much support I'm gonna get, and things like that. But I think once it's done and I have it back, and I pay off at least a couple installments of it, I think things will be okay. In fact, both my friend and my mom offer to help, so I think things will be alright. Got 2 brand new games coming at the end of the month, so I think that'll keep people interested as well. Sometimes I like dry periods like this, even though it doesn't really doesn't help my wallet too much, but it's nice to just have times where there's just nothing going on and I can just play what I want and I don't have to worry about getting super heavy-duty guides out, the day that I find something. It's kind of a blessing in disguise.
좀 받아볼까?
So they announced a pretty massive update for DFO, or Korean DNF, and people seem like they're pretty frustrated. Like they're basically making people go back to square one with the hell mode grinding and stuff, which is why I don't really play that game at a high level. These are probably the best like endgame MMO characters I've ever had in anything. Simply because you can actually work for the stuff in this game and it's not just RNG. That was pretty good kill time. But I am going to check out the agent when I can. I think that's going to be on Tuesday. So I might actually be a couple days late, but it's whatever. I don't play that game seriously anymore, and I never really have for the most part. No, I'll get to it when I can. I'm probably not going to have a computer until Thursday or Friday, depending on how long it takes. I also have been working on a secret project, and I actually talked to them today, and I don't have clearance to upload it until the official build is out, so that's kind of been holding me back a little bit as well. I was actually going to prepare a bunch of stuff and then upload it when I get the approval, but I'm not going to have time to do that. Damn, my TCP was 932,000. Not bad. I should be able to finish my arena set by the time that they come to get the computer. So that's going to be a pretty big total combat power boost as well.
얘들아 무리하지 마라. 건강이 제일이야.
I'll try to put up some Basara stuff while I can, if you guys would be interested in that, since I'll have access to my PS4. Fortunately, they didn't announce anything at the festival. So the franchise is still basically dead, but it'd be fun to go back to those games anyway. I was kind of holding off on playing them until the festival happened so that maybe I could do like a little retrospective or something, but it wasn't in the cards, unfortunately.
내 몸에 스피드가 돌아오는군.
Yeah, he's trolling me with the mechanics.
장난은 그만하고 빨리 좀 받아볼까?
I feel bad that no one plays Jay. You know, he's not a waifu, so he doesn't get much love. I really like his moveset. Later on, he's going to be a lot better. Right now, I don't think he's exactly what they call a wheelchair tier in DFO, but he doesn't have a lot of his buffs, so he's kind of in a weird spot right now. At the same time, Harpy's not going to get her special crew promotion, probably not for another 2 months. So it kind of feels better to play a character who has like the full moveset than one who's not going to have her full moveset for a while. So with Harpy, I'm pretty much just going to be logging on to do the David raid, and then that's pretty much it, unless I feel like doing some farming like this.
그때의 힘을 다시 한번.
I really enjoy how you can just work for your gear in this game. I think that's what sets this game apart from DFO. Obviously the combat is much better, it's more modernized and, you know, more what you're used to in other games, but I think the unsung best part about this game is that you work for most of your gear. There's plenty of RNG involved in the gear still, like the costume tuning and the enhancing, but in terms of like getting the actual piece of equipment, it's pretty much always just, you know, if you're willing to put the work in, log on every day and do your raids, which doesn't take longer than like 20-30 minutes depending on what you're doing and what you're trying to go for. I think that's way more tolerable than an endless grind with no end in sight. And DFO is such an old game at this point. I guess it's just hard for them to really change anything. You have people that have been playing for 10 years, you know, if you piss them off, they're gonna create a mob mentality and have a bunch of people leave. That's happened before. You know, there was the whole Kiri's Promise incident where, I know, a lot of people kind of did like a mass exodus from the game because it made it pay to win. People were spending like thousands of dollars and getting like otherwise impossible gear. And basically the only way they were able to fix it is by increasing the level cap and basically just using the power creep to indirectly solve the problem. But it's just made worse, is amplified by the fact that in that game that there's so much RNG to just get anything you can actually use at all. I'll go ahead and I'll show how the crafting works after this run. I'm going to end it after this, so I don't think you guys want to watch another 10 minutes of this grinding. I don't even have a purpose to doing this, I just kind of felt like playing right now. Been a little worried about my cat friend, so I want to just take it easy today. I feed a lot of cats for a hobby. Kind of helps me to deal with the stress on this. Obviously, YouTube has not been in the best spot lately, and my views have dropped a lot. I don't know if it's just because of what I'm playing, or you know, just a lack of interesting games on the channel, which is totally fine. There's not really anything interesting going on at the moment, but a lot of other people have been reporting, you know, complaints about that as well. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on. But to deal with my my self-loathing, my depression and stuff, I feed cats as a hobby, and like I said at the beginning of the video, I've got one that feels very unwanted because of the new kittens that that family adopted. So I have to go over there in the morning and make sure that she's okay, make sure she doesn't run away or something. Damn, 47 million crit.
이제 쉬어도 되는 건가?
So I'll probably do some of this. Maybe I'll get a 20XX Draco run in there somewhere. I'll do one Wizard of Legend run since I haven't really done a whole lot for that community lately. There hasn't been a single new mod in a while, so that's why I haven't been playing that game. Also, the Switch version is still kind of foobar at the moment, so all those things kind of add up to it not being the most attractive game to play at the moment, but that'll get fixed in due time. I know they're working hard on the new dungeon and stuff. So this is all like best, at least in terms of the game right now. This is all best in slot gear. The weapons here will no longer be best in slot for most people once this patch comes out on Monday night, or I think it's going to be Tuesday morning actually. But the armor set here is still best in slot for a long time. If you put in the work to get this, it will last for several months. Probably until the end of the year, by the time that they actually get to the purification part of the game. So the fact that you can craft this stuff just by playing, I think is really awesome. I think that's what sets this apart from a lot of other action MMOs, where so much of your progression is just tied to RNG, which I've never really cared for. You know, it works in something like a hunting game where there's you know, less time, the drop rates are better, but when the drop rates are terrible, it just feels like you're just wasting your time, and you could just be doing anything else and you know, be spending your time more wisely. But here you can pretty much just craft it. So you can get about I think you can get like maybe 20 to 30 pure alien pressure valves a day. Yeah, around there, depending on how many entries you have and if you're able to actually clear everything and you do both difficulties. So it would take about 3 to 4 days to get one of these, but you can also get these drops from the two bosses, Mephisto and Vitus. And if you have extra of these, you can exchange them here, and these give you a whole bunch of the valves. So if you get lucky, you can get like 100 valves in a day and complete half your set. Actually, how I actually finished my set on this character is I got a bunch of the valves. I got like a whole bunch of them, and I just converted all of them into the pure alien pressure valves, and I was able to get 2 pieces right away. So if you see me playing this and you feel like it's overwhelming, it's actually not. I think this is one of the more accessible action MMOs, simply because, like I said, you can just craft stuff. The game is not pay to win. I mean, right now, if you buy those $20 boxes, if you bought like $100 worth of them or something, you'd probably have a couple 100 million in credits, but it's still really dependent on RNG. I've gotten the same thing from it 3 times over the past month, and I can't fathom spending hundreds of dollars on it, even if I did have that kind of money. But it is nice, you know, they do have some stuff on the cash shop that's nice to get. There's a couple things in here that you can just pretty much convert to cash really quickly. Like right now, these are the equivalent of $4. you could buy $20 of these when they're not deflated like they are now, and you could easily make 100 million. Should be some other stuff in here too. Ah, here we go. So you can sell these slot mods, they're like $1. Yeah, I think if you spent like $20 on these, you could probably make around the same price. I'm not exactly sure how much. But there's like numerous ways to, you know, make money and get good gear in this game, which is, I think, is what's great. If the fatigue turns you off of this game, that's gone as well. So far, it hasn't really messed with the economy too much. Honestly, the $20 loot boxes have messed with the economy more than than the unlimited fatigue has at this point, because it's devalued a lot of the items. But what basically happens is, like, during the weekend that the loot boxes are on sale, and then like maybe for like half of the week afterwards, or the ensuing week, they are deflated. But then after that, they come back down to a normal price. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I wanted to take it easy today. I am stressed about affording this PC upgrade and the cats and stuff like that, and the channel hasn't been doing too well either. So I'm just gonna relax today. I'll try to put out some more varied content throughout the week as I wait for my computer to come back. Like I said, I'll be gone on Monday, so I won't have any real means of communicating with anybody unless I borrow a mic from somebody. So we'll see what happens. I'll try to do what I can. Peace. Thanks for bearing with me.